hello, hi everyone. This is Bowen here, co-founder of Ultimate Investing. So if you are here watching this right now, can you just type in 1, 2, 3 or type in a hello so that I know that you are actually watching this. And of course, if you are from Singapore, okay, do us a favor. If you're from Singapore, help us by hitting the thumbs up button. If you are from Malaysia, let us know by hitting the heart shape. And of course, if you're from other parts of the country, you can actually hit the laughing button as well. Yes, that's great. That's great. Hello, hi, Jamie. And let's see who else is here. Han Hock is here as well. Hello. And Kelly. Oh, good to see you, Kelly. And we have Song Ki as well. Right. So today's session is very, very important. Okay, today's session is very, very important because I think in terms of the timing, there will be some pretty sensitive timing with regards to today's market. And of course today usually we do this on a Sunday at 9 p.m. and of course this time around we are doing it on Tuesday, so which also means that later on at 9:30 p.m. the market is actually going to be live. All right, market is going to be live, so we can also get to see how the market actually react in real time in real time. Really excited to be sharing with all of you, right? So of course, do help us, share this video out, okay? Because like I said, today I will say this video is very, very important. I will be sharing with a lot of you very important information. Yeah, so be sure to actually have this video be passed on to more people as well. Hello, hi Yente, Eugene, Angus, Albert. Hi. For those of you who just came in, all right, just type in a hello or type in 1, 2, 3. So that I know that you are actually watching this. Okay, so that I know that you're watching this. Great. So allow me to also share my screen. Okay, so this will basically be what I'll be sharing. Okay, yeah, there's no title. All right, so we will be starting in maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. All right, so we will be starting in 2 to 3 minutes. So again, as usual, how we usually conduct this is I will be sharing with you guys the short-term market update for this upcoming week. Okay, and in fact, today is already Tuesday, so I'll be sharing with you for this week. And of course, for today, I will be sharing with you some very important information with regards to the market situation, what is happening right now. And of course, last but not least, today we have some opportunities that I also wanted to share with all of you as well. Right, since today, 9:30, the market is going to be open. Right, but again, later on, I think today is really exciting. Today is really exciting. While I was preparing the content, I think the timing was perfectly right. I think tonight was really a good time to actually conduct this. Right. So yes, I will be starting soon. Hi, Evelyn. Hello, hi team, and Calvin as well. All right, so for those of you who are already watching this, okay, again, let's not forget our thumbs up, okay? Give us a thumbs up, okay? Give us some love, so that, we can actually see your response, okay? Yeah, so the more love, the more thumbs up, the more energetic I will be as well. All right, and I think let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So this will be the few areas that I will be covering with all of you tonight. I think first thing first, is I will be covering the short-term market direction and then followed by some price action. So some of you might not be familiar with price action. Price action, basically, we are looking at the candlestick, right? I know a lot of you have been asking, well, I'm interested about technical analysis. I want to learn how to look at candles, right? So today we will be looking at some candles. And last but not least, we're going to look at some of the opportunities in the market, and we are going to end off with a Q&A as well. So with that, okay, out of the way, we have one more thing that we have to share, and that will be the disclaimer. So again, what I'm sharing with all of you tonight, okay, is purely for education purpose only. So be sure to actually do your own due diligence. I think it is very important. Hey, sorry, yeah, today is not ask me anything. Okay, you all can ask me during the Q&A, right? But anyway, the episode is correct. Okay, yes. So allow me to actually share with you first what is going on right now in the market. Some of you might not even be aware that this is happening. So oil prices is actually going up. Okay, oil prices is actually going up. So this is actually the the chart for oil prices for crude oil prices. As you can see right now, it is approaching $76, coming close to $80. One of the highest in ever since the last few years. since 2018, we have not reached the $80 mark. So right now, I think we are close to that, right? So what exactly is happening, and of course, what is the implication of this thing happening? So let me just share with you. Again, actually, this is a pretty serious problem that is going on. Maybe in Singapore, we don't really feel it. But I just wanted to point out to you, for example, this is by this guy. Okay, he actually mentioned that out of the 5 BP stations in West London, all but one were dry. So 4 of them were actually empty. Okay, so literally when you go to the petrol kiosk, right, they show you that they are out of petrol, which also means that whichever petrol station with petrol, you can actually imagine that the queue is going to be really, really long. Okay, the queue is going to be really, really long. Right. So I'm sure this definitely impact a lot of businesses, a lot of people, and of course with COVID that is still ongoing out there. I think this really adds to the issue that is happening in London itself. And as you can see over here, officially BP says that 30% of its network has no fuel. So what happened is that because of this, oil prices has actually gone up tremendously, and this has also, directed to the increase in natural gas prices as well. So you can actually see over the last couple of days, prices of natural gas has also gone up to pretty much its all-time high. Okay, so as you can see, this is at the bottom from the Petrol Retailers Association. So they actually said that 50 to 90% of the pumps were actually dry in some areas. So this is a very, very serious problem. Maybe if you look at the news, okay, this also kind of affect China as well. So you can see China electricity shortage. Okay, there are a lot of industrials, a lot of factories. They actually are forced to stop because literally the whole town has got no electricity. There was a total blackout in many parts of China, right? So again, some of the government actually warns that the whole power grid could be at risk. Okay, if let's say the citizens don't actually now start to save on the electricity. So if they continue to use as per what they used to do, I would say that the whole city would actually be at stake. So again, how long can this problem last? Okay, how long can this problem last? You can actually see over here, according to one of the local water company in China, they actually mentioned that irregular, unplanned, and unannounced power cuts or limits will actually last all the way until March 2022. Okay, power and water outages will become the norm. So this is something that is really, really serious, and it is not going to be a short-term thing. It is probably going to be here for months. And I'm sure you have also heard, companies like Apple as well as Tesla, they had to have their production stopped because they actually have production line in China, and because of this blackout, again, business is affected. So as you can see, this actually leads to a real problem, real production issue, okay, especially in the US company. So that will of course have impact and some impact in the profitability of the company as well. But I think very importantly, okay, with the increase in the oil prices because of the shortage in the supply, there is also another major implication, and that is actually inflation. Okay, so what happens is that with oil prices, what happens is that everything that requires transport, basically, if you look at all your shoppings, okay, so oil prices goes up, literally everything will go up in prices as well. Prices is going to go up throughout the whole board, throughout almost every product. Almost every product will actually be affected. And I think we all understand that inflation is already something that is ongoing. Okay, and with this coming in, I think this will add another pressure. Okay, especially for the Federal Reserve that is actually constantly trying to control and balance out the inflation that is going on. So I would say something to actually take note is tonight. Okay, tonight we have our good friend, okay, Federal Chairman Jay Powell as well as Secretary Janet Yellen. They will actually be sharing at this banking and housing event. Okay, so they have an event. This, in fact, is going to be in a couple of hours, right? So I'm sure that there will be some things that they will actually share during this period of time. In return to, of course, later on I'm going to share with you is that tonight market is probably going to dip as well. So I think for the Federal Reserve as well as the Secretary Janet Yellen, they are definitely going to come in and definitely calm the investor down. Right. So this will also be something that we have to take note, and this is happening, like I said, in a couple of hours. So how is this going to affect us? Okay, everything will actually tie in together after I share with all of you the short-term market direction. So how many of you, okay, just to check, how many of you are aware of the oil crisis going on right now? If you're aware, can you just type in oil, OIL? If you don't know that there's actually this oil crisis going on, can you just type in 000? So either you type in oil if you know what is going on, or type 000 if you have totally no idea. You know, you probably will just say, oh, just now I went to pump petrol. Everything seems to be normal. All right, but actually in overseas, this is a pretty serious problem. Okay, fantastic. We can actually see that, for example, yeah, Sandra, aware of the ongoing issue. Okay, but of course, we also have people who are not sure what is going on. So I hope, you know, the sharing earlier on, I would say it's about 50-50 lah. Okay, I hope the sharing that is going on will actually give you some idea on how this can also affect the stock market as well. Now, let's look at the short-term market direction. Okay, for those of you who have been following me on the Market Watch, you know that I will always be looking at three things. Okay, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, as well as the Nasdaq. Okay, these are the three things that I'll be looking out for. So for the S&P 500, again, previously, I was expecting the price to be supported by the EMA 50 line. Okay, I was expecting the price, okay, to be supported at the EMA 50 line. And we all know what happened. There was the China Evergrande issue, which kind of pushed the stock even further down. Okay, yeah. And again, later on, maybe if there's time, I will also cover a little bit about the China Evergrande issue. Okay, but in short, I would say that the market has kind of recovered. Okay, right now it is in a 50-50 zone. Okay, I did mention okay, there is a 50% chance the market is going to go up, 50% chance market is going to go down. And if you look at this particular candle over here, you will be able to see something like a plus sign. Okay, so this is the part where I will want to add on a little bit of the knowledge in terms of technical analysis and price action, so that you guys can actually see how this can actually help you to look at certain movement of the market, at least in the short term. How many of you are interested? If you're interested to know about what this plus actually represent, can you just put in plus, P-L-U-S, P-L-U-S. Great. So this plus, okay, is actually not called plus lah. It is actually called a doji. Okay. And as you can see, a doji can actually comes in multiple forms. It can be a very simple plus. It can be a little bit longer. It can be a little bit odd shape like a graveyard, or even like a dragonfly. Okay, but nonetheless, okay, most importantly, you can see that there is no body. Let me just go back to the previous chart. You can see that most of the time, the candle, there is a body, which usually it is green in color or red in color. And in this case, okay, what is happening is that the market opened and closed at almost the same price. So when the market opened and closed at almost the same price, it creates this thing called the doji, right? So magic question, or rather $1 million question, is a doji bullish or bearish? Okay, again, actually you can just Google lah. The answer is there. Okay, so the answer is the doji by itself is neither bullish nor bearish. So so some of you is wondering, okay, so yeah, what exactly does it mean? Okay, it's neither here nor there. Again, when you see a doji, it actually represents, okay, a potential change of direction, a possible change of direction. So usually I would say, okay, what comes after the doji is more important. Okay, what comes after the doji is actually more important. So if let's say after the doji, okay, you see a long green candle, or you see a relatively decent green candle, right? So that actually shows that the buyer is in control. If after the doji you actually see a red candle, okay, that actually shows that the seller is actually in control. So to me, when you see a doji, it basically means that market is a bit uncertain. Okay, so market decided to not react lah, in that sense lah. I call it unreactive. Okay, right, unreactive. So like I said, very importantly, what comes after the doji the next day is more important. Okay, it's actually more important, which also means yesterday was the Doji. So today is actually very, very important. Okay, today is very, very important. Now we look at another chart, which is the Dow Jones Index. So just now we have already mentioned for the S&P 500, today is very critical. Now coming back to the Dow Jones, okay. Interestingly, you see something a little bit different from earlier on. Okay. Can y'all type in what do you see over here? What does this shape actually looks like? Right, so Calvin was actually right. Calvin mentioned needs confirmation. Exactly. Okay, so for the S&P 500, we are waiting for confirmation. So for this Dow Jones, what does this thing looks like? I'm gonna wait for some answers to actually appear before I let you know the answer. Oh, suddenly very, very quiet. Okay, nobody is typing in. Okay, let me show you. Okay, thanks a lot, Sandra. So Sandra put inverse hammer. Okay, inverted hammer. Right. So can you see this is basically, this looks like what? This basically looks like a Thor hammer lah. Can you see the resemblance? Wow, I think almost 80% similarity. Okay, 80% similarity. Right. So again, you can actually just go and do a search lah. The inverted hammer, okay, is a type of candlestick pattern that is found after a downtrend. Okay, after a downtrend. So let's look at this chart. Does this chart looks like a downtrend or an uptrend? Okay, does this looks like an uptrend or downtrend? If you think it's up, put U. If you think it's down, put D. Up or down? U or D, uptrend or downtrend? Okay, we can actually see that this is an uptrend, right? So if you actually finish reading, it actually mentioned that when this Thor hammer appear, okay, in an uptrend, it is actually called a shooting star. Okay, this is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. Okay, so thanks for typing. I think a lot of you put U. Fantastic, right? So what we are looking at is actually a shooting star. Okay, so again, I have just focused on the key words. Okay, so again, shooting star is interpreted as a type of reversal pattern. Okay, and it signifies a falling price. Okay, a falling price. So which means that this pattern appears. Okay, there's a higher chance lah. Okay, that the price is going to fall. Okay, the price is going to fall. Right. But again, like I said just now earlier on, we always want to look for confirmation. So you can see over here, after encountering this pattern, traders often check for a lower open on the next period before considering the sell signal valid. So even though, okay, we are expecting this to appear and then the market is going to go down, but as a professional investor and trader, we always want to look for confirmation. So again, when you see this pattern, the next candle, again, it is very, very important. So if the next candle is a red candle, okay, it is a red candle, then it could be signifying more downside to come. Okay, so more downside is going to come if, let's say, after this candle appear, there is a red candle. So if you are able to understand what I have been sharing so far, can you just type in 555, type in 555. I'm just going to go through a little bit. You realize that today the pace is a little bit slower because I realized that there's quite a fair bit of technical stuff. So I'll go through a little bit slower. So if so far everything is okay, just type in 555. If you're feeling a little bit lost, okay, you can type 000. Okay, but in short, when you see this pattern, if the next candle is red in color, basically it is confirmation. So it means that the stock could continue to go down even more. So this is basically, so what is the conclusion? Okay, just now as I've mentioned, okay, both the Doji as well as the shooting star on its own, it doesn't really represent much, or we can't really make a confirmation just based on the Doji or the shooting star. But what comes after it is very, very important. So if, let's say, after the Doji, we see a red candle, it also means that the chances are the stock is going to continue to go down even more. Same for a shooting star. If the shooting star appear and the next candle is red in color, then we could be looking at even more downside. Okay, even more downside. Okay, over the next few days. Again, these are all relatively short-term time frame. These are all relatively short-term time frame. Right. So now coming to our last part, which is the Nasdaq. Very, very exciting, right? Okay, the Nasdaq. So now if we look at the Nasdaq, okay, some of you will be able to spot we have the same pattern. Okay, the Nasdaq also has a doji. So also means the same thing. The next candle is very important. If the next candle is going to be red in color, then we could be looking at even more downside moving forward. So that is where, if you look at the stock market right now, okay, if I actually bring you to the pre-market. So pre-market basically means that before the market open, okay, we know that 9:30 the market open. Actually, before the market open, there is a pre-market that's ongoing. So it kind of tell you before the market open, how the market is actually reacting. Is it going higher? Is it going lower? Or is it kind of flat? So this was actually something that I have extracted a couple of maybe minutes ago, maybe 1 hour ago. Okay, I don't think it has changed much. I don't think it has actually changed much. Okay, but you can actually see that this is the S&P 500 futures. Okay, so it basically shows you the pre-market what is going on. So you can actually see that based on this candle, which is actually showing what is going on right now. Before the market open, the stock has already dropped. The S&P 500 is actually down about 0.8%. Okay, it's already down 0.8%. Now, if you look at the Dow Jones futures, it also shows you a red candle. Okay, it also shows you a red candle, right? And of course, okay, when we look at the Nasdaq, one of the things that I always look at is, of course, to look at the Treasury yield. To look at the Treasury yield. Okay, so previously I have also mentioned that in order for the tech to continue to go up higher, the yield have to continue to go up. Okay, and the price has to go up, which means that yield has to come down. Sorry, in order for the tech to continue to run even higher, the bond yield has to come down, which means that the bond price, which is inverse, okay, has to go up. So this has to go up. But what is also happening in the market right now is that bond yield is going higher. Okay, bond yield is going higher. So when bond yield is going higher, it means that the bond price is coming down. So you can see that over the last few days, the bond prices is coming down. Okay, so this is actually not so good for the market. So if you look at the TLT, which is a long-term bond, okay, it is now back to around the support level. Okay, I would say that this is a pretty strong support area. But actually, when we look at the pre-market, you can already see that when the market open, the TLT is expected to be even lower. So which also means that could it go down even more? There is a possibility that the bond yield can continue to go higher, which means that the bond price can continue to go even lower. Now, this is the long-term bond. Let's take a look at the short-term bond, and the pictures is even clearer. Actually, about 3 days ago, okay, you can already see that there is a very, very strong selling in the short-term bond price, which means that 3 days ago, the bond price, the bond yield for the short term has already shot up. Okay, has already shot up, right? So again, this is not so good for the stock market. So I would say that this would add on to even more selling pressure, okay, even more selling pressure for the stock market, at least for the short term. Right. So based on what I have actually shared with you so far, okay, I want you guys, okay, right now, okay, you guys have been following us for quite a fair bit of time, okay, and after listening to what I have actually shared with you, maybe you can actually let me know, what do you think is the opportunity that we should be looking out for tonight? Okay, so tonight, should we look for, that means the upside, should we look for buying opportunity to buy call, or should we look for opportunity to short the market? Okay, that means, are we expecting the price to go up, or are we expecting the price to go down? If you think it's up, type up. If you think it's down, type down. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think is going to be the key highlight, or what should we be focusing on tonight? Okay, whether the market is going up or whether the market is going down. I think this is very, very important. Okay, thank you so much, Sandra, for typing. Okay, so Sandra put D for down. Okay, Li Jiang put down. Kelvin also put down. PJ put down. Qingyang put down. Shuning, Xie also put down. Okay, well, y'all say one, I know I say one. Okay, Jasmine, wow, almost 100%. So it means that what I'm sharing with you guys tonight is pretty clear. Okay, pretty clear. Fantastic. Team also put down. Joking also put down. Kid also put down. Okay, let's continue. Okay, too much down. I cannot take it. Okay, so for today, right, I will be giving you two sides of the picture. So I have opportunity for the upside and I have opportunity for the downside as well. Okay, like I said, some of the opportunity I actually prepared before I actually look at the market. So that's why I was looking at the upside. And after looking through the market, then I realized that, well, actually tonight, we probably should be focusing more on the downside. So anyway, I will be providing you with both of the picture. All right. So I would say for Teladoc, okay, I have actually shared this before. I think last week or 2 weeks ago. And I would say that right now, okay, if you're looking to buy, I mean, this is upside. When you see the bull, means that I'm expecting the price to go up. I think there's still an opportunity to go in. But again, with the current market tonight, maybe we do not want to go in for tonight. Right. So maybe we'll just say goodbye to this for now. Okay, but again, this is good for us to still keep a look at it. Okay, keep a lookout for it. Okay, and again, this is a company that new. Okay, we all know this company very strong China EV company, right? So again, this stock is right now at a very strong support area. So originally, I was looking for entry. In fact, I have entered this yesterday. So with the current market, I would say for now, maybe we'll just put this one side as well. Okay, we'll just put this one side as well. But that doesn't mean that we don't want to look at it. Okay, I would say that maybe not for tonight. I think we can just put it on hold first. Well, what are some of the possible opportunity for tonight based on the chart itself? Okay, so first one I would say is actually Delta Airlines. Okay, Delta Airlines. So we can actually see that over here we have a what have I showed you? Shooting star. Okay, shooting star. So can you see after the shooting star, you can see that pre-market is already down, which means that again, like I said, tonight, to be honest, a lot of things still can happen, especially with Janet Yellen talking as well as Powell. So probably they might, if they are able to make some really, really strong statement, okay, it might actually reverse the market. So to be honest, tonight, right, maybe you might want to just watch the market first. Don't go in at the start. Okay, don't go in at the start. Just watch what happened. Okay, if you really want to enter, maybe you can wake up at 3 a.m. Okay, yeah, to be honest, wait for 3 a.m. Wait for the announcement to be over, and you see how the market react. If the market overall reacted still negatively, then I think it is a good time for us to actually enter into all this bearish position. If let's say Janet Yellen and Powell actually said something really, really powerful, and that create more buying pressure, and you can see that the market actually kind of recover. Okay, in fact, if the market turns green, then whatever thesis that we have earlier on, to be honest, is not valid. So remember, in order for the thesis to be valid, right? Okay, after the doji, it has to be a red candle. So like I said, we might want to also wait for pretty much close to the end of the trading hours before we can kind of confirm whether is this going to be a red day. I mean, right now we are kind of expecting based on the pre-market, but again, anything can happen when the market is trading. So I would say for tonight, probably I will not do anything right at the start. If you want, like I said, you can wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the market and look for opportunity. If not, I think tomorrow is also okay. I would say tomorrow is also a good timing for you to enter. Okay, anyway, this is Delta Airlines. So if there's opportunity, okay, I think this is the downside. This is the downside potential, which is about 10%. Okay, so the second downside opportunity, okay, is actually Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot. So as you can see, previously there was a very nice, can y'all see the nice shooting star followed by a red candle, and what happened next? The price go all the way down. Okay, the price went all the way down. All right, so right now, okay, based on Monday, okay, the market was still, still holding well, still holding well. Okay, so like I said, for this one, again, this one you gotta wait for a confirmation red candle first. Okay, wait for confirmation of a red candle. Okay, which like I say lah, it is okay if you go in tomorrow as well after the confirmation is obvious. So this is for Home Depot. And last but not least, okay, this is actually Live Nation Entertainment. So we can see that, you know, this is a very strong resistance coming from this company. And we also see a very nice shooting star. We also see a very nice shooting star. So again, if we see a nice red candle appearing tonight, okay, then I would say that it is definitely a good opportunity for us to actually short this company lah, okay, for Live Nation Entertainment. Right, and of course the downside, you can see that assuming that it gets supported at the EMA 200, there is still a 13%, okay, 13%. Right, so that is pretty much the analysis that I have for you guys. Okay, so I do feel that tonight pretty important. I think let's observe and see how the market react first. And of course, right now, if you have any questions, okay, feel free to actually type it in. And while the question is coming in, maybe I will check. I will bring you guys to take a look at the stock itself. Okay, live in action. Okay, wow. So you can actually see that, okay, actually it's a bit blocking. Okay, the market is down minus 0.6%. You can see right at the top. Okay, right at the top, minus 0.66%. Market is still uncertain. You can see that anyway, the market has just opened up, but you can see that it's pretty uncertain. It's not really moving much. Now, let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Okay, Dow Jones recovered slightly, but still negative 0.3%. So you can see that definitely there are still buyers. The buyers are still coming in, but we shall see. Like I said, the confirmation has to be there. So I would say that tonight maybe don't go in first unless you really wake up at 3 a.m. Okay, yeah. Let me know how many of you here probably will wake up at 3 a.m. If you are going to wake up at 3 a.m., can you just type in 3 a.m.? That would be pretty interesting. Now let's look at the Nasdaq or we can look at the QQQ. Okay, so you can see, wow, the Nasdaq is a little bit more affected. Okay, it is down 1.2%. It is down 1.2%. Right, but again, the market it is still early. It is still early. Okay, Yente, 3 a.m. haven't slept yet. Fantastic. Stephen To, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. a bit too late. Okay, so okay, yeah. So if you have any questions, okay, please type it in. If there's no question, then then we can call it a day. Yay! Wow, this is the first time I end in 30 minutes. So happy. Okay. So 3 a.m. get RMP. Can buy BP share or not? Okay, yeah, I understand that you're looking at the oil and gas company. To be honest, I really don't know the real extent of the impact of this oil shortage. So if you ask me, yeah, I think to be honest, I think there's potential. I think there's potential, you know, but this is not my cup of tea. This is not my cup of tea. So maybe to be safe, right, I will wait for it to cross. I will wait for it to cross the previous high first. So you can see, wow, over the last few days, it went up quite a fair bit. I was looking, I used to look at this company CLR. Wow, I can see. I think I was looking at it somewhere around here. And right now it's here. Yeah. But anyway, this company, this is also one of the oil company, but they have a lot of business dealing with petrol, I mean the what, natural gas. Okay, so I'll say with the natural gas going to the moon, they are definitely one of the benefit. They will benefit from it. Okay, for those we have ST position, we just hold on first. All position are call position. Right, so personally, if you have short-term position, for me, I will look at the market at 3 a.m. or tomorrow. Okay, if let's say the market turns out to be confirmation rate, okay, I would actually sell away first. I will sell away first. And that is if your position are short term. If you are long term, okay, just to share with all of you, my personal take for the long term view has not changed lah. Okay, sorry, not long term lah. Maybe I would say in the mid term lah. I still believe that the market is going to go up higher. All right, but if you're looking at something really, really short term, to benefit, then there could be more selling pressure. Okay, there could be more selling pressure. But I would say if you are holding it maybe until end of the year, I would say that the market will still go to all-time high. The market will continue to achieve all-time high. So I don't really see this as like a big drop. Okay, but at least I would say that in the short time, there will be some selling pressure. There will be selling pressure. Okay, I'm not seeing this as like a 10% drop or 15% drop. No. I don't really think it will be that serious lah. Okay, do I sell my Oxy? Wow, I should be doing well with Oxy. Okay, yeah. So I would say that for if you are currently already holding on to all these oil company, I do see that it will continue to go up higher lah, because oil prices is still going up, which means that all this company is going to make a lot of money at the current oil prices lah. Okay, or at the current prices, they are going to make a lot of money. Yeah. But if you ask me, do I want to go in now? Okay, I don't really chase after it lah. But if you're already holding it, maybe you bought it earlier on, I would say that continue to hold it long. If you want, take profit along the way lah. Okay, let me see. Yes, NEO is quite cheap now, but yet at the same time, I will be looking at the short term lah. So if the market actually moves down, NEO will probably go down, as well. All right, so maybe I will wait. I will monitor it first. Okay, I have hold on to it for long term since 23. Fantastic. Yeah. ConocoPhillips. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, let me just take a look. Okay, good to go in Visa. Let's take a look at Visa. Okay, yeah. So actually to me it's the same lah. Okay, my short term take, like a short term is I believe it will go down lah. So right now I won't be looking at any call position. I won't be looking at any upside position. Just now you mentioned bond yield go down, bond price will go up. Yes, correct. Just remember yield and the price is always opposite. Just like if your share price goes down, your dividend yield go up. It's the same lah. Okay, so when the bond yield go up, okay, the bond price comes down. So recently you have seen that interest rate is going up, bond yield is going up. That creates the fear. So that's exactly what happened. Bond yield is going up, and which also means that bond price is coming down. Okay, may I know how to short on the opportunity mentioned, sell call or put option? Okay, personally for me, I will do put option. So I will just do a simple buy put. Okay, I will do a simple buy put. Selling pressure on tech stocks too, like Apple and Facebook. Yes. I think that is definitely selling pressure for Apple. As you can see, Apple is down 1.37%. I believe Facebook is also down. Okay, net minus 2%. Yeah, but I will not go in. I will not go in because like I said, strong company, they can actually recover pretty fast. So let me show you what happened. Imagine you short here. Okay, yes, it did came down. Then after that, very quickly, it boom, go up. So unless you run very fast. But even if you run very fast, the profit won't be that fantastic. Okay, the profit won't be that fantastic. Let's look at some of the company that I mentioned earlier on. Okay, Home Depot. Yeah, let's take a look. Yes, you can see this is nice. But again, like I said, let's wait for confirmation. Let's wait for confirmation. Okay, but at least for now, this is a nice candle that I'm looking at. Okay, yeah, red in color. So same for Live Nation. Okay, Live Nation. Sorry, Live Nation, LYV. You can see it is also down, which is also okay. But again, and like I said, wait for maybe at the very minimum, wait for Powell and Janet Yellen to finish talking before we conclude whether is tonight going to be a red day. Okay. Somehow I have a feeling that after they talk, the market can go green. Okay, so if the market go green, then basically I do see that the market will continue to go to all-time high. Okay, will recover lah, will at least recover to the previous all-time high. So let's see what these two magical figures say first. Okay, let's see what they say first. Okay, like I said, tonight, to be honest, don't really have to do anything yet. Monitor first. Okay, monitor and see how it goes first. If it's red in color today, tomorrow, sell it away. If you are holding on for short-term position, if you are holding on for long-term position, I think that's fine. Okay, you can still continue to keep. Okay, with rising yield, should we look at bank? Again, it is not a direct correlation. And again, the yield is always jumping up and down. So personally, for me, I don't really look at it this way. Okay, I don't really look at it this way. Is VIX good for buy call now? The answer is no. Already go up already, right? VIX, let's take a look at VIX. Okay, VIX a bit hard. Okay, VIX is really for the super sharpshooter. Okay. Yeah. But I would say that today, if you buy VIX, the implied volatility is really quite high. So you won't be able to make a lot of money unless, like I said, the market really tank like 10%, 15%. If it's just a slow drop, then recover, you probably won't make money also. So no point. Let's look for those with a higher, more ROI one. Okay, let's look for those with more ROI. Okay, I will just slowly go through the question, and then is Dow good to enter? No lah. The answer is no lah. Okay, you can see that Dow is actually at all-time high lah. Okay, so at the current point of time, I will not enter lah. At the current point of time, I will not enter. Is Apple good to go in? I believe the answer is no lah. The answer is no lah. Not at the current moment. Okay, not at the current moment. What about NVDA? Nvidia. Okay. Yeah. Again, this is pretty much similar to what I've mentioned earlier on. All this company, it could come down furthermore. But like I said, because it is a solid company, it could recover really fast subsequently. Right. So unless you're able to run like super fast, plus I don't think you will be able to make like a lot of ROI from this kind of stock. Okay, unless it drop like until here which I don't think is going to happen. Okay, which I don't think is going to happen. Okay, I still see that at least in the 1-2 month time frame, I still feel that the market is going to go even higher. But when I'm looking at 1 to 2 weeks, right, I do see that the market probably will go down further. Again, it's just a very short time frame, okay, that I'm looking at. Okay, last one, Disney. Okay, yeah, I would say that Disney right now, nothing much trading within range somewhere around, like, so nothing much I would do I don't think I would do anything for Disney. Plus, if you look at this, it looks nice but then you see, let's say from here it really dropped down to here. It's 3%. Okay, I don't know whether you all can see it now but it is actually 3% only. So sometimes the thing looks attractive but actually if you look at percentage, 3%, no point Okay, I go for at least 10% one. I like to go for at least 10% one. Is Microsoft good to buy call? Again, like I said today my focus is actually more on buying put Okay, my focus today is actually more for buying put. But I do see, for example, earlier on I've mentioned like new like Teladoc. Okay, if let's say the market actually today reversed to green in color, then okay, we can actually look at those two companies like Neo and Teladoc. Okay, but if let's say today the market is red, then we look at those companies that are that I shared behind So maybe before we end off, right, can y'all just help me to retype in what are the 2 companies that I'm bullish? What are the 3 companies that I'm actually bearish? Just to benefit the rest of the people who probably didn't take note. What are the 2 companies that are bullish? what are the 3 companies that I'm personally bearish. So again, tonight, wait for confirmation, okay, before you actually enter. I think tonight is really, let's see what happened after, Janet Yellen and Powell actually appear. Okay, anyone have the 5 company that I shared today? Okay, I'm going to go through one more time in case you all didn't manage to capture it. Okay, so the first company which is bearish, okay, is Live Nation, Entertainment, Home Depot, and Delta Airline. These are the 3 bearish entry. Bullish entry is New Plus Teladoc. Actually, there's one more which is Jumia. I think it's also pretty nice. Okay, Jumia. Sorry, is it Jumia? Jumia. Yes, Jumia. Okay, you can see that this is also at a very strong support area. This is for Jumia. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for helping us to collate. So bullish is Teladoc and Neo. Bearish is Delta Airline, Home Depot, and Live Nation Entertainment. Fantastic, right? So again, thanks everyone for joining me for our market watch tonight. So as usual, okay, next upcoming one will actually be this coming Sunday. Okay, this coming Sunday, we'll resume our, as much as possible, we try to resume the normal Sunday. If there's any special cases, then I will let you guys know, and then we will do it as a special case for weekday. Okay, if not, I will see you guys this coming Sunday at 9 p.m. okay, for our market watch episode 23. Right. So of course, for tomorrow, probably I will also update inside our Telegram. Okay, before we go, if you are not yet inside our Telegram, please be sure to actually join us. Okay, at t.me/ultimateinvestorsg. If you have not followed us on Facebook, you can also like and follow us at fb.ultimateinvesting.sg. And last but not least, okay, something that I would love to ask all of you for some help. If you have been benefiting from our sharing so far, okay, please help us by giving us a wonderful review at review.ultimateinvestor.sg. That would be really, really grateful, and I'll be happy, when I see that you guys are actually benefiting from this particular segment as well. All right, with that, okay, I think most importantly, the number of cases in Singapore has been increasing. So very importantly, stay safe, okay, invest safely, and I look forward to see you guys this coming Sunday at 9 p.m. With that, bye everyone.